What's up everybody, this is 𝗚𝗺𝗶𝗴 and in today's video we're gonna talk about Roblox. Now, I know that there are many videos out there talking about Roblox and the majority of those videos are all gaming oriented videos. They're very cool, but in this video we're gonna understand how Roblox makes money, how developers make money on Roblox, and how Roblox plan to raise money through a direct listing and not an IPO. So let's get into this. First of all, what is Roblox? Roblox is a platform that has been built for gamers and developers. Let's start saying that the software is free, so everybody is able to access the game through a computer, an Xbox or a PlayStation, and everybody entering the game is going to have an avatar. Pretty much the user can do anything he wants in this virtual game. He can do one-on-one fights, he can rent pets, he can build houses, he can do races or obstacle races, and much more on this platform. But Roblox is also very interesting because every user is also able to build on Roblox. So they're able to build gadgets, they're able to build games, and much more. This is what makes it so unique. Roblox is based, first of all, on a Lego-like building blocks, we can say, user interface. A peculiarity, and I think it's amazing of the game, is that the CEO and founder, which is 58 years old, he's on Roblox itself, and he's giving tips to players and developers about how they can play a better game and how they can build a better game. Roblox had a very interesting period during the pandemic because the users grew more than 80%. In fact, we can think that during the pandemic, Roblox peaked more than 160 million users in total, and in one single day, the number of users arrived to 31 million. This was more than 80% and very good for Roblox. In fact, the company growth was kind of slow until 2015-16, and the company was founded in 2004, and after that it started to take off. Now, let's understand what are the numbers behind this company. First of all, we can say that Roblox is a company that was growing at a very fast rate. In fact, in the past year, Roblox more than doubled the revenue, going from more than 900 million in revenue in 1 year to almost a little less than 2 billion in one single year. We also need to keep in mind that Roblox is a company that was growing in revenues, was growing in users, and also in number of hours played, because the number of hours played in July peaked 3 billion hours in 1 month, just the month of July, and that is very good. But the company was losing money as well. The company was losing 71 million in the past year. But we also need to keep in mind another thing, that is Roblox always had a positive cash flow, and this is a topic for another video. But we're gonna say now that a company with negative profits but positive cash flow will very often be able to keep on going in order to grow and to prosper in the future. That will always be a possibility, or at least very often that will be a possibility, because the company has the cash to keep on running. Now, Roblox valuation is around, at the moment, at more or less 28 billion, and this is a very high valuation. So how does a company that grows so much and is valued at such a high price makes money? Roblox makes money every time that the users use its own currency of this country, so very often dollars, to buy the game's currency, which is called Robux. And pretty much the users are spending for every purchase on average $5 or $10, and they can buy many different things. Like, for example, they can buy clothes for the avatars, they can buy tools to use in the games, or they can pay pets again, they can do many different things. And also we can say that every time a developer makes money through a game, Roblox is also gonna take 50% of the money made. Now, it's very important to say that Roblox, for the business model and for the product development, didn't use a common approach. In fact, what every competitor in the industry does is they hire a bunch of developers, they put them together and they say, look, we're gonna build a game, they build it and then they give it to the customers. What Roblox did was, let's build a platform and every developer on the platform will be able, and also a gamer on the platform will be able, if they want, to build something on the platform, to build something in this virtual world that is a world separate from the rest. And this is where it gets interesting, because let's understand how users can make money on Roblox. Now, there are different ways in which the users can make money on Roblox, and the most famous one is through building a game. Every person, and we have to say that many users of Roblox are pre-teenagers, we can say Generation Z or millennials. Many of them, they are between 9 and 12 years old. But if you are 13 years old, you will be allowed to create games on Roblox. So pretty much they can create games and they can sell the games. They can act and work as freelancers for other people that are building games. They can build gadgets on Roblox, so any type of digital gadgets. They can build digital tools on Roblox, and also they can trade their Robux. But that is something that you need to have a little bit more of an in-depth overview in order to understand that. But let's understand that there are many different ways to do that. Now, that is very something to keep in mind, because a top seller game can generate in 1 year about 2 to 3 millions in revenue, if we're speaking about dollars. And let's put this into perspective, because if we consider a small manufacturing company in Europe, that is the same money that they are generating in one fiscal year. So basically what's happening here is that this company and this platform is giving the possibility to the users, and thus the developers in this case, to become financially powerful, because without building the infrastructure at the beginning, without paying first of all for the infrastructure at the beginning, they're able to go out there and generate money, generate revenues, and basically building companies, which is kind of unprecedented and unseen. Or if you want to argue this, you can argue that this is happening into other fields, like for example information or investing or other ones. But in gaming, this is very, very new, okay? And I think this is amazing. Now there are many naysayers that are gonna say kids and young people don't have to spend too much time in front of the computer, playing games, building games. And I think they're wrong, because nobody really should be able to say what those kids should be allowed to do. Especially because in many situations, because those people, they don't understand how the world is changing. They don't understand how games are being built. And actually everybody is learning right now. And this is a real opportunity for those kids and those people in general, because there are also 40 years old people or 60 years old people like the founder and CEO. They are building on the platform, and this is an opportunity to learn real practical skills. They're gonna be used to generate an economic value and a financial value. And in my opinion, this is something great that should be, I don't know, glorified. For sure, take it into admiration, because it's real and it's super powerful. Now, let's understand, there are a couple of examples that we have, because there was a girl that was coming from Florida. She went to San Francisco and she built a company that right now is employing 14 contractors to build games. There was another guy, sorry, I don't remember the names of every one of those guys. If you ever seen this video, shout out to you guys, because you're amazing. Please, let's connect. I don't know any of you, but I would like to. By the way, there was this other guy that through building a game on Roblox, the game was called Jailbreak, in one day obtained more than 80,000 downloads. And through his work, he was able to pay his university and financial and the fees, university fees, at the Duke University. And we know that in the United States, fees for university are very, very high. So that is to admire. But there are also many younger builders. They are like 13 years old or 14 years old, and they are the ones that are pushing the game and pushing the platform and making the company invest way more in the platform. And this is what is driving innovation in this field. Just simply amazing. Now let's understand how Roblox started at the beginning. Roblox started in 2004, as we said before, and there were different sources of financing that the company raised. First of all, there was the Chinese giant Tencent, and other venture capital investors from Silicon Valley, like for example Mr. Horowitz from Silicon Valley invested, and the company was able to raise 350 millions. And the CEO said that anyway it was very tough because what he was inventing, what he was building, by the way, was new. Nobody was understanding that, and he was doing that for 10 years. And that basically was like, he said, walking in the desert for 10 years without anybody able to understand what you were doing or what you were creating. Now, something very special is happening now because Roblox is gonna raise more money. And what everybody in general does what a company does when it wants to go public is an IPO. But Roblox instead right now is going to do a direct listing. And let's dive into this and understand what are the differences between an IPO and a direct listing. Roblox is planning to go public probably in March 2020. And there are two different ways in which a company can raise interest-free capital through selling their shares on the public market. The most common way, it's going to be an IPO. An IPO is going to consist in the creation of new shares, the underwriting of new shares through an underwriter, and the sale of those shares to the public market. The underwriter, in many cases, is going to be an investment bank, and the investment bank is going to take care of the due diligence, giving the right price to the shares, and selling the shares through the sales network. The sales network is going to be brokers, dealers, insurance company, investment funds, and of course, the investment bank is going to charge a fee on this work, which is probably going to be between 3% and 7%. Another way through which a company can sell its shares to the market, it's going to be a direct listing. A direct listing consists in no new creation of new shares, but just existing shares are going to be sold to the public. So probably the investors, early investors and employees are going to sell their shares. For sure, this is going to be cheaper because there is no underwriter to pay in this case, but some argue that there are many different risks related to this. For example, it's going to be harder to give a right price to the shares, and there is not going to be promotion of the sales of the shares because of course there's going to be no underwriter, and no underwriter is going to sponsor that. Also, some say that this is going to bring more volatility to the process. But for sure, we know that there were successful companies that did it through an IPO and successful companies that did it through the direct listing. For example, Google went through an IPO for which the sales network was bidding to get the right price of the share and to get the right to sell the shares. But some other successful company like Spotify revolutionized the way in which they sold their shares to the market through a direct listing. So it really depends on the case, and we also need to contextualize that those two situations happen in two different moments in time. Anyways, this is it for today's guys. I hope you enjoyed today's videos and it was fun. If you did, please smash the like button, destroy the like button, kill it, and subscribe. This is everything for today's from the Drip channel, and this is everything from your guys. Peace for today. See you in the next video.